And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the daily routine for you to improve specifically on your flicking. It should be a focus on all 4 aspects of the flick: flicking, micro-correcting, click timing, and target acquisition individually, with a heavy focus on perfect form. Because remember, the entire point of this whole method is to build a solid foundation for your flicks to build upon and prevent running into plateaus in the future. And then we're going to end your routine with an all-in-one program to bring all of the movements together in sync. Now keep in mind, these tasks are revolved around Kovaak's because I do genuinely believe it's the best raw aim developer out there, and it's worth the $10 price tag. But if you don't have it and you won't get it, just substitute what I suggested in the sections above, or anything you can come up with to mimic the movements I'm about to show. The routine is very simple, easy to follow, 10 minutes of each section, followed by 20 minutes of putting it all together. And for flicking, I think the best of the best are either Tile Frenzy or Reflex Flick Very Easy. The key here is to lock that wrist in place and let your elbow/shoulder do the majority of the movement. The goal is to reduce your flick error over time, and this exercise is going to feel crazy awkward at first, but by the end of even the first session, you'll notice significant improvement, and over time your flick error is going to decrease dramatically. For micro-correcting, there is one GOAT overall, TAM Speed 2 BPES. Now this one naturally will be mostly wrist movement, but make sure you're locking that arm in place. The only thing we're focusing on here is creating fluid micro-correction from the wrist. This is the consistency builder in aim training. And if you're not using Kovaak's, just set yourself up a distance from your target and walk unpredictably while keeping your crosshair on that target. For click timing, keep in mind that the goal is to stop the exact same way every single time. Similar tension on the mouse and a dead stop. We're developing consistency. And for me, the best routine is Jumbo 6 Tile Frenzy. The targets are big, they're easy to hit, and stay on the screen statically so you can focus on progressing at your own pace. And outside of Kovaak's, find a target wherever you can and practice the dead stop flicks. Fast flicks to instantly no movement with the same tension on the mouse every single time. For target acquisition, it's simple: 1 wall, 6 target, Pesu track. If I had to choose one task to play on Kovaak's to build the most transferable aim mechanics that make an obvious difference in gameplay, it's either Pesu track or pressure aiming 10 targets. For Pesu track, the goal is to move from target to target without downtime. Your brain needs to start developing focus on a target while being able to map out its next aim point. Once you've developed great aim, being able to multi-kill is the next hurdle to climb over. And finally, we bring everything all together with pressure aiming 10 targets. It's a very difficult scenario with arguably the most transferability of aim mechanics into real games, but if it is too difficult, you can swap it to pressure aiming 6 targets, but in my opinion, the flicks are a little bit too far apart in that scenario for what I'm trying to develop daily, even though it's an easier task.